Okay, now we're going to head to the creepiest part of the tour. This is the creepiest part. Yay, the creepiest part. All right. So this is the creepiest part of the tour. There is a chamber behind. This is the ladies' washroom, and there is a chamber back here. I've heard a bunch of conflicting stories. I heard somebody was living back here. That I don't know for sure, that this was their personal bathroom and they were living back there. And you said that there's children's voices and things like that in here. All right. I invite you to go down the corridor, go to the very end. There's a chair waiting for you at the very end.
This was part of the women's quarters, and apparently there were a couple of people who sort of perished in beyond. And so that's the room back in there with the guy I was working with who said he could hear women's laughter every now and then. So I've had magazines shoot off tables on me up here on this floor. On those little side tables, yeah. I was up here cleaning one day actually, and I was by myself. It was early in the morning, and there was a couple of magazines on the far table, and I was cleaning this table, and all of a sudden...
Oh, that's creepy. This building is going to be demolished.
Well, I mean, where are the ghosts? Where are the ghosts gonna go?
Hey, where are the ghosts gonna go?
Has anybody informed them? Yeah, I need to see.
So this is the conservatory. It is scheduled for demolition, so don't get used to this building. So it'll be, by this time next year, it's going to be a pile of rubble. So I'm going to take you to the very end over here, and there is a ghost story over here. And here's one of the reasons why the building is being condemned. You can see there's some bladders hanging from the roof to capture moisture and things like that that are seeping through. Like, this building is a mess. It was beyond repair, so it is scheduled for demolition. All right. This is it's a little, we can't get into it. Nobody can, not even Jeff. Jeff doesn't even have a key for this. This is a condemned area of the building. The reason why it's totally locked to everybody is because if you were to step out there, your safety is not guaranteed. On every floor, there's one of these little atrium areas, but this one has a particular story. There was similar. There was a party night happening here late in the 1920s-ish. Don't know the entire timeline. But a guy got drunk and started assaulting this woman. She was crying for help, 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 and ended up falling through the window to her death in the parking lot. So this part of the building, here's another, you can see more reasons why this is set for condemnation. It is done. The floor is kind of ripped out. But believe it or not, yeah, we cannot gain access to this. Nobody can. This is actually the former residence of the president of the U of R. This is where they used to live. They used to have the president live on site, and this was their residence. So the last person to take up residence in here, and the reason why it's condemned, was a drifter about 7-8 years ago. Broke a window in the basement and came in with his dog and stayed there for about 8-9 days while the dog defecated everywhere inside there. So there is a possible biological hazard and all that kind of stuff in there. So nobody is allowed in this. So yeah, in case you're wondering, this was the old president's office. The next place I'm going to take you is in here. Super secret place. Not many people get to see it. This is where a lot of storage happens. There's old paintings and a chandelier in here. So you can wander around as you like, but a lot of this, it's actually good sound quality in here. I'm not hearing any echoes. It's awesome. Actually, a lot of this belonged to Dark Hall, the hall next door. And I would actually love to take a tour of Dark Hall, but it's being renovated right now. That's where the majority of the ghosts are in Dark Hall, and it has a lot of creepy looks and stuff in it. But a lot of these adorn the walls and of Dark Hall. So that would have been the old lighting fixtures, and these would have been the old mirrors and stuff. So when they renovated Dark Hall, I don't even know when, would have been 1940s, 1950s, they basically took this all out and updated it to what it is today. Oh, there's a devil's face in the door. There we go. There we go. There's a ghost story. We should make something up about that.